All right, guys. Now, our first one comes from Zach Latif Rahman, a Facebook VIP member, saying, a friend of mine came to the USA on a B2 visa. After he entered, he married a U.S. citizen. He didn't file AOS within 30 days. He did it after 90 days. Will the 30 days rule affect him?
Yes. Yes. If he got married and filed within the first 90 days, he made a misrepresentation.
All right. As if Khan, a Facebook VIP member, if a permanent resident marries an undocumented person who came to the U.S. on a B1, B2 in 2013 and overstayed, what is the process for that person to get a green card? Also, the PR is a substitute sponsor of her F1 and F3 children.
What happened? The sponsor died?
Just says that the permanent resident married an undocumented person who came to the U.S. on a B1, B2 visa.
File an I-130 visa petition, and then you can be in migrant children. Oh, there we go. File an I-130. Remember we used to do that?
Yep.
File an I-130 visa petition, and eventually, if you don't, your spouse doesn't become a U.S. citizen, you would need to do a provisional waiver, go home, and come back. But you'll get a green card one way or the other.
All right, Sugarcane23, YouTube. My interview was in July and I haven't had a decision made. What should I do? My husband was under asylum first before we got married.
Well, if it's July, it's only been about 120 days now. So probably I would wait another 120 days. Wait a good 6, 7, 8 months. If you still haven't heard, contact me then.
29 Super C on YouTube. Have the Senate Democrats sent Plan C to the parliamentarian as of yet? Additionally, what is the difference between the immigration reform in the House versus the Plan C in the Senate?
Well, it's the same plan that's in the House that the Senate wants to pass, because they have, in the reconciliation, they have to pass the same exact bill that was passed in the House. And the answer is no, they have not sent it to the parliamentarian yet. We don't know what the parliamentarian is going to say, although we do know that Senator Manchin, who is one of the senators, the Democrats, he's from West Virginia, very conservative. He's one of the senators that the Democrats are relying on to get those 50 votes to pass this. He said that if the parliamentarian says it's okay, he will vote in favor. And if the parliamentarian says it's not okay, he will not vote in favor. That's as of the moment.
Okay, Tanya Smith on YouTube. I would like to know the update for Jamaica in terms of migrant moving to the U.S. F2B category.
The update is the embassy is very slow. They're backed up over a year. I don't know what your priority date is, but people whose priority dates are current, not only in the F2B, the F1, people who are married to U.S. citizens, fiancés, they're backed up 12, 18 months minimum.
God's Grace 9 on YouTube. Hey, Brad. F1 category priority date is July 2016. Can you tell me what year and month they are now in for filing family sponsorship so I can know when to put the documents together for NVC?
Well, first of all, NVC is going to tell you when to do it. Okay, so it's not going to be a surprise to you. You're going to get a notice from NVC to start putting the paperwork together. What category is this gentleman in? Or woman?
F1 category. Priority date is July 2016. Does not have the country.
All right, well, they're up to December 1st. Assuming you're not from China, India, Mexico, or the Philippines, they're up to December 1st, 2014.
All right. Nashika Boyd on YouTube. How long does it take to get an interview date at the embassy when NVC says they're waiting for an interview date?
It's supposed to be within, 8 weeks, but that's pre-COVID. Post-COVID, Magic 8 Ball, will this woman get an interview in the next 12 months, which may or may not happen? Let's see what the Magic 8 Ball says. The Magic 8 Ball says yes, within 12 months.
Okay.
Magic 8 Ball is always right, buddy.
All right, Andrea Wilson on Facebook. I have my interview next month. I've had my medical since March, but did not send it in yet, so USCIS indicated that I should bring the medical to the interview. Now, would that medical from March still be valid, and would I need to do the COVID-19 vaccine according to the new law?
Your medical is not valid because you have to do it within 60 days of your interview or 60 days of filing your adjustment application, so it's not valid, and it also wouldn't be valid because you need the COVID vaccination.
Stacey Ann Martin on Facebook. My daughter is petitioning for me. Can my son, who is 14 years old, be added to the application?
Your daughter is petitioning for you. The answer is no. You cannot include a child. You can only file for your child after you get your green card.
Monique Reynolds on Facebook. Can you explain how to go about reapplying after your visa was stamped without prejudice?
Stamped without prejudice. So
Yes.
it was voided without prejudice, which means that you can go apply to the U.S. Embassy for a new visa. You would have to start all over again.
Okay. Sandra Rose Stutter on Facebook. A friend of mine was told when he went to check in for his flight from Jamaica that he needed to contact the embassy. When he contacted the embassy, he was told his visa is revoked because they got anonymous tip about fraud. This is this is whack. All right. Don't make no sense. Is there anything he can do?
Yeah, fight it out with the embassy that you didn't commit fraud. So let's figure out what is this anonymous tip.
Right.
What did they say the fraud was, and then prove you didn't commit fraud. Other than that, that's whack.
It's whack.
Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.